Hi, Brian Silverthorne here. This Pick My Brain request is for interview tips. I imagine there's a lot of people out there that are getting ready to interview for jobs that maybe they've been looking for them for a long time, so this is probably a pretty common request. So let's get started. This may take a little bit, but I want to get through everything. So the interview process is a two-way street. The interviewer, the person representing the company, has a right to ask you as the interviewee anything and everything that's within the legal and bounds and HR requirements to determine whether or not you're going to be a good fit with their business and a good fit with the job that they're hiring for. And you have a right as an interviewee to ask the same types of questions of the potential employer to find out if you're going to be comfortable and if you're going to be a good fit and if the pay is going to be right, the opportunities for advancement, that sort of thing. So it's kind of a conversation negotiation thing. And the best thing that you can do to get ready for this interview event is to prepare. Do as much preparation as you can. It depends on how much time you have before the interview, but as prepared as you can be, the better off you're going to be. Find out about the company. Find out about the company culture. Find out everything you can about pay bands, opportunities for advancement, management style, that sort of thing. If you can talk to people that work there, that would be a big help. If you can talk to customers of the company, that would be a big help. What would really be a benefit, if you can manage it, is to find out who the interviewer is going to be, learn a little bit about him or her, and learn about their interviewing process. You may not be able to get much information, but the more information you can get, the better. So when you show up for the interview, show up dressed and presentable for the culture of the company, the job that you're going to be interviewing for. It's always better to dress up a little bit, and you can always dress down once you get in there, take a jacket off or something like that. But go in there, all dressed for the process. Now, as you get going, they're going to be going through the normal question and answer, and you should go through your question and answers as well. And here's some of my favorite questions that you can throw out at appropriate times during the process. Number one would be, what's most important for you about the person that you're going to hire for this position? Now, don't be surprised if you get kind of a deer in the headlights look, because probably the interviewer's never been asked that question before. But you want to know what's important for them so that when you respond to their questions, you can respond in such a way that it aligns as best as possible with their value system, which is what's important to them. Another thing that you can ask along the way is, if I get hired, how would you know I was doing a good job for you? So the purpose for that question is based on the fact that we all get evaluated. There's an evaluation process in every business, and this will give you some sort of an indication of what the parameters for evaluation are going to be. It'll give you a heads up to know how you're going to be judged when you do your work. It's a very powerful question. How would you know I was doing a good job for you? And pay attention and learn what they say. Also, you might want to be prepared to deal with those reasons that they may not want to hire you. You're overqualified, or you may be too old. And I know some of those things legally and HR-wise can't be discussed, but you may want to be prepared with some sort of a statement that talks about how your experience is going to play into the success of the company. And that brings up another point. Everybody wants to hire somebody that's going to produce results, and those results they want those results to be an important part of the process to help make the company successful. So another good question is, if I get hired, what are the results that you would expect me to produce? So everybody needs to get judged on results when it comes to the interview process. Unfortunately, a lot of companies have a tendency to judge on activities. So if you get, let me step back here. You do need to perform activities in order to achieve results, but the results are what you should strive to produce, because that's going to make you valuable to the company, and that's what the company should use to evaluate your progress and your performance. So if the interviewer talks about getting your time card filled in on on time and making sure your office is clean and organized and your files are kept up to date. That's fine. That's all important stuff, but those are activities. They're not really results. So be sure you ask that question. What results do you expect from the person who gets hired for this particular position? So don't be afraid to ask these questions. Don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions along the way. Don't be afraid to offer reasons that what they may consider shortcomings are actually strengths. That's one thing that you can do in your preparation is, based on your experience and your skills, if you can anticipate what the company is looking for, you can give examples by way of telling a story about things that you have done in the past that would fit very well with the company that you want to hire you for the position that you want to work in, and how that you could immediately begin to contribute to that company's success. So that's a bunch of hints right there. You may need to look at this video more than one time, but those are all great things that if you can take that information with you into the interview, you're going to get a leg up on things. If you want some more information, there's a link below this video to an ebook I wrote that's called How to Attract Your Dream Job and Get It, and it's got more on the interview preparation process in there, and it's dirt cheap. It's $2.99. So if you're interested, you can use the link and download that book. But I hope these tips for conducting a successful interview have been helpful, and I hope that you can roll them into what you know about the interview process, and I hope you get the job. Thanks.